Are restaurants making you feel sick? Let's get into this. Dr. Robert Cassar, eartheracademy.com. This is another rethinking reality. And the reason I say that is because, well, we got to rethink reality. So I'm out visiting family right now in California, and I'm staying at a place called Lake Sherwood. What a beautiful place. I try to go fishing on here as much as I can. I did some paddle boarding yesterday with my daughter, and this is my little pad that I'm staying at, okay? But I'm a fish out of water here because I don't have all the things like I have at my house that I've fixed up to be able to stay healthy, wealthy, happy, and wise, right? Watch the video I did called Creating a Home Health Sanctuary. Just give you a better idea how I sort of set my house up a little bit. But this is truly a castle. And maybe we'll go ahead and show the underground bunker in there. Show you what we got in there. But this is over in Lake Sherwood, like I said. But I've been out here for over a week now. And I've been doing an experiment. And this experiment is not to be a little biatch, okay, about what I eat, and no preaching, no telling people that diet soda, you know, such and such, whatever, you know, GMOs, seed oils, whatever. Okay, putting phones up to your head, just keep it calm, keep it cool, and you'll keep everybody smiling, right? So I've been doing, like I said, an experiment, and the experiment that I've been doing is just being submissive to their lifestyle. And that's the family's lifestyle, friends' lifestyle, go to the office over there, okay, if they're having lunch, then as in Rome, right, what do? You do as the Romans do. So anyways, I got a chance to be able to do this experiment, to be able to see how I feel if I eat better than minion food, but it's still, to me, minion food, is because it's not what I eat. And I've been searching for what's the best diet for me. Remember, I've 15 years doing plant-based diets, and of course, never really veganism. I did that for 6 months, and all I did was get weak because I'm working out, trying to go ahead and have peak performance. And I didn't know, because I believed all the literature, that I was malnourishing myself. But I still had eggs. Watch our videos on that, the Miracle of Eggs series, because eggs, if they're fertile and they're not, you know, full of soy and everything. Anyways, so let's get back to, are restaurants making you feel sick? I've been out on more restaurants than I've ever been out. Like in Hawaii, I only go out to a restaurant when I'm socializing. But we had birthday parties here. My brother's birthday, 60th birthday party. That was great at my own house, Rancho de las Palmas. Yeah, he does weddings and everything over there. Real beautiful place. And it took me like 25 years to build that place, but he made it better. So they do weddings and vacation rentals and have horses and everything. But whatever everybody was eating, okay, if it was put to me, here, Rob, here you go, or where do you want to go eat, Dad? Okay? No, where do you guys want to go eat? So I went out to nice restaurants, nice places, okay, but I got the most inflamed gut after 3, 4 days, 5 days, each day getting worse and worse and worse. So what I'm just trying to say is, if you're feeling sick, guys, let me just go ahead and explain a couple of the little things here, okay? And a couple of the things are, guy with a jackhammer over there. A couple of the things are, let's say you go to a restaurant and you order anything with vegetable oil, okay? I don't eat seed oils because I know what they do. Seed oils will inflame your gut big time. And if it's not inflamed in time, they will be. So you have to sort of realize, I'm talking all seed oils. So when you go to the restaurants, what do you think they're using? Okay? The simple solution is tell them if they're going to cook anything for you, if you're going to a nice restaurant, tell them to cook it in butter. Don't add any seed oils at all. Seed oils rip my stomach up. They give me indigestion. They bother me. Remember, I had 15 years of a plant-based diet, and then I went over to nourishing myself. Okay, I stopped everything and everything that basically I knew besides eating, you know, having animal products, dairy products and things like that to heal my gut with the saturated fats. Okay, no vegetable oils, which I was taking a lot in. So I was starting to go ahead and put in vegetable oils. My stomach's been perfect. Okay, I've been on my diet. Look at my 1-year transformation video. You go ahead and get an idea. There's a lot of new people that are watching our videos, but just to go ahead and see how you can be a sculptor of yourself and you can change yourself. You know, I'm 61 and a half years old now, okay, and I know just a little bit because all those gray hairs, I trimmed my beard too, didn't I? All those gray hairs I got, okay, that means I have a little wisdom. I've been here 6 decades, okay, and that's looking at a lot of trickery, because that's what I've been looking at mostly, okay, playing in the matrix, but looking at a lot of the trickery here, okay, and navigating it. And part of my bag, if you haven't seen a lot of the work I've done, is to be able to show you some of the tricks, okay, the trickery. And they're tricks on this side over here for some odd reason, whatever the case may be, why they're there, okay, like the estrogen mimickers in your food, okay. So when you go to a restaurant, do you think restaurant quality food is better than the food that you buy? Just remember that, okay. Everything's in plastic. They have whatever mayonnaise they're getting. They're not getting organic schmorganic, okay? They're not having things stored in glass. They're using, like I said, seed oils, which are the worst in any food. So if you go to the restaurant, if they're going to sear your tuna, have them not go ahead and sear it in seed oils. Even olive oil. We were in the business, remember, Ultimate Superfoods, Earthshift products. We were going to look into bringing in olive oil. And if you look up, you'll find out that there's a lot of counterfeit olive oil mixed with cottonseed oil, rapeseed oil, I mean a whole bunch of different stuff that they mix with it. Canola. Okay, they put certain scents in them, okay, to be able to make them smell better. They're sitting in plastic, and since they're oil, they're absorbing up all the chemical estrogens, okay? They're called the xenoestrogens. These are chemical estrogens. And all the restaurants, okay, most of them, I won't say all, okay, but most of the restaurants you're going to go to, okay, if it's just regular stuff where you can't change anything but add a few things on, okay, you're eating a lot of MSG, monosodium glutamate, right? Natural vegetable hydrolyzed protein, natural flavorings. These are all other names for MSG. Just Google that. Alternative names for MSG. And what does MSG make you do? If you eat it, it makes everything taste super good. So all the chips and everything else. So basically what I'm trying to say is, look, okay, the restaurants are cool to go out and socialize and stuff, but Southern California, I noticed here, a lot of people, they socialize and they go out to eat a lot. So, you know, you're going out to eat and you don't feel good. I mean, I felt like I've been super heavy and inflamed in my gut. I had to even give myself, this morning, I had to give myself a CD enema just to be able to, and that was a workout, man, getting all this stuff that I've been eating, okay, that's been put to me, besides not eating junk. We didn't go to fast food restaurants or any of that kind of stuff. I'm eating at quality restaurants, okay? But still, quality restaurants use seed oils. They're using GMOs. They've got a lot of different types of chemicals, pesticides, insecticides, and herbicides, fungicides. Everything and everything, okay, in restaurant is sort of like a Costco-ish type thing, right? You're buying bulk, you're buying bigger amounts, okay? You have eggs. Those eggs are the cheapest garbagey eggs you could ever buy. I mean, I go to a restaurant, my dad has his own chickens, I'll bring the eggs that I got from his chicken house, okay, that I know that I'm going to go ahead and give them to the guy that's going to go ahead and charge us 20 bucks for an omelet in the morning, right, at the club over there. So I bring my own eggs. So I'm out socializing still. I'm still going ahead and breaking bread with everybody else, okay, and also go to a restaurant, bring your own salt. The salt they're using is garbage salt. Bring your own spices if you'd like. Bring organic spices, because remember, spices have a ton of different types of chemicals. Glyphosate, remember, which is Roundup. Okay, you got a lot of different types of pesticides and herbs and things like that. So if you want to put things on your food, I've used the Himalayan salt. You can either use the Soleil salt, which I show you guys how to make. Very simple. Taking the rocks of the Himalayan salt. And I like using Himalayan salt because you're using a closed mine, right? It's closed. It's not open to all the aerosol spraying and whatever's coming down in the sky, okay? It's a closed mine. So you need clean salt, you need clean water. You're gonna drink water at a restaurant? Think about that. Look at those ice cubes. Are those things crystal clear? If not, you know those things are just from the tap water. It's just what it is. And taste it. And if you dare, swallow it. But you can taste. It's got chlorine, even if they use a small little filter. That's a garbage filter. Remember, all these places, at least in Southern California and California, all have fluoride. You know, I'm on vacation here visiting people, so I don't have my distiller at home. I don't have my RO system at home. So what am I doing? I'm buying bloody water. I'm feeling like an idiot. Going to Trader Joe's, right, and buying bottled water in plastic, right? $8 for a case of 64-ounce, you know, water. Jeez. Okay, I see avocados here, $3 for an avocado. I won't buy one. I got 1,000 on the tree at home. I'll wait until I go back to Hawaii. But, you know, the restaurants, okay, if you're not feeling good, guys, quit eating at them for a while. Start making your food at home. And you may want to go ahead and cut out all your grains, because if you're eating grains, okay, those are inflammatory to your gut. And if you've got inflammatory, and how do you even know? You may not even feel sick, but you look sick. Remember, you got a big old belly sticking out, okay? Okay, you got pimples on your face, okay? These are toxicities coming through your skin. So, you know, you have to go ahead and be wise to that. Watch our detoxification on eartheracademy.com. $10 a month. I got a lot of good information on there. Just take a piece at a time. Remember, it's all an experiment. Skin cleaning, okay? I went into the lake, right? If I go into the lake, I'm going to clean my ears because I know there's amoebas in there, okay? And anytime I go into the river or anything else, I mean, you have to go ahead and actually clean your skin and clean your ears. Watch our protocols on how to clean your ears, or how I clean mine, okay? And you want to go ahead and sanitize these things, because there's a lot of stuff that lives in that water. Ducks pooping in there. You can see all the ducks, fish, right? Turtles, everybody's pooping in the water. So, anyways. What I'd like to go ahead and, you know, just give you a little bit of idea is going to a restaurant, okay, is social. And I like to do it no matter what, okay? I bring my own salt. If I want to use any type of spices or whatever it is, put them in small little containers, you know, and bring them with you. That cuts down on a lot of chemicals. Tell them not to use any seed oils. Avocado, don't get any stir fries, because you know that's got canola oil, soybean oil. Okay, you're trying to keep down on phytoestrogenic foods. Okay, so watch the videos that I did on that. Okay, remember, estrogen-fed society. Give you an idea. And a lot of the things I keep saying over and over and over again, because a lot of people, they just don't get it, right? Remember, you're trying to go ahead and keep the estrogen level in your body as low as you can, even as a female. You don't need estrogen. Okay, remember, estrogen makes you feel, and a lot of people don't feel good right now. They don't feel good physically, they don't feel good mentally, because they're confused, they don't feel good emotionally. Okay, so if you're poisoning yourself every day with chemicals, then, you know, unknowingly, because no one's really trying to poison themselves, but they can't believe they have parasites in their body, and they can't believe that the bread maybe that you're eating has an opioid in it, because they've spliced that into the wheat a lot of times. And so that's why you like certain brands, right? Because it's got opioids, okay? Opiates in the bread. Google it, right? Or DuckDuckGo it. Or all the search engines are all the same. They're all cutting out a lot of stuff. But eating at a restaurant, like I said, you got to be really careful. And, you know, like, let's say you're going to a Mexican place, or you're going to eat tortillas over there. I love tortillas, and I had some of those. I had some chile relleno, okay? I had some of their beans, right? Got super gassy and everything, because it's all weird, hard to digest foods. Okay, and you know, when I'm here, I don't drink my gallon of water a day. I like drinking distilled water, the cleanest water in the world. I like that type of thing. Okay, it helps me keep clean. I like to go in my far infrared sauna once a week to be able to purge myself of all the crap that I've absorbed throughout the week. Look at that background, man. What a view. Yeah, this place is beautiful at night. You know, I've got a P1000 camera over there, and I look at the moon, and I can, a quarter mile away, I can go ahead and read whatever someone's got on their hat, okay, from a quarter mile away with that camera. It's called a P1000. I have it over there. Interesting camera. I'm sure that camera breaks a lot of relationships. Private investigator's dream, right? Take pictures of people smooching when they're not supposed to be. And you don't even have to be close. You can be, like I said, a quarter mile away. So you can see that island way down there, okay? I mean, I take the P1000 on that thing, and I can go ahead and see, like I said, what boat, what name's on the boat from here. That's way over a quarter mile to that island over there. Okay, anyways. So, you know, going to the restaurant, like I said, a lot of people have no idea why they feel bloated all the time. And after a while, you feel normal. Okay, I've been feeling bloated every day, okay, as I'm here. I'm eating things that I don't normally eat at all. And a lot of it has to do with, again, what's in that food? Is it processed food? I even had some fake cheese. Just remember, it's an experiment. I'm poisoning myself. I'm not going to go down as low as I need, but they did have a little bit of cheese. My brother said to give it a try, and I said, okay. Why? Because I don't want to be a little biatch, right? He says, oh, it tastes so good. I know it's fake. All right, I'll put a little bit on my shrimp. Okay, good shrimp, but they were farm-raised shrimp. So if you go to any restaurant and you're going to get salmon, you're just getting farm-raised salmon, because wild salmon cost about 40% more and maybe not be as easy to be available. Okay, so stay away from all the farm-raised anything. Okay, what do you think they're feeding them? Do you think those shrimp get a chance to go ahead and eat their normal food? They're feeding them a bunch of ground-up soy, right? Talk about estrogen in animals, you know. And if you feed estrogen to an animal, you feed estrogen to a human, what do you think happens to them? When they put a mold pellet in a cow, right? What happens to the cow? It's a mold pellet. Mold turns into estrogen and makes them fat. So if you're not feeling good, okay, if you're feeling sick, then quit eating at restaurants for a while. It's an easy fast to do, okay? Like I said, you can save a lot of money. And like I said, every place I went to was great tasting food. Every place I went to. Service was great. I mean, I don't even know, remember, we don't even know the Great Reset's going down over where this place is in Southern California. You know, these houses are no less than $4 million a piece on this lake, and they wrap all the way around the backside over there. That's why my brother lives way over there. And, you know, up to $30 million, they have houses in this place. And do you think these people really feel any change in a lot of the things that have happened over the last 2 years? Maybe a little bit, but not financially too much. They still got you got a $5 million house in California, you have to pay 1.25% of that amount, okay? $5 million, that's $60,000 a year, 1.25% of the sales price or the appraised rate in taxes. And they changed the rule, just to get off this for a sec. They changed the rule. You can only write off $10,000 maximum a year on your taxes, right? So Uncle Sam can go ahead and help you pay for your house, right? It takes 50%, at least in my bracket, and a lot of people's bracket. Okay, so it pays for a portion because you can write it off what you owe. But when you get over $10,000 of what you owe in property taxes, you got to take that out of your pocket. So if you got a $5 million pad, which all these are at least for, okay, so that'd be like, let's say $45,000, okay, a year in taxes to be able to, and 10,000 of it would be a write-off, and the 35,000 would go ahead and have to come out of your personal pocket, which means that you have to make probably double that amount. So, anyways, everyone's getting the squeeze. They changed that rule. Those people wouldn't have bought probably those houses if they knew that was going to go ahead and change. You buy some $5 million house, you're writing off all the taxes, and all of a sudden it gets changed. Anyways, everything's changed. And just because change comes doesn't mean it's better. We have to learn how to navigate. So right now, especially with all the cornholio stuff, okay, restaurants can't get what they need. They're just going to get whatever they need, whatever quality. Maybe before there was way better quality and go into restaurants if you didn't eat the seed oils, okay? If, you know, even the meat that you're eating there, do you think that chicken is organic? All that chicken's been fed estrogen, soy cake, right? Flax, all different types of corn and seeds and stuff like that. Okay, all these animals, you know, if they're just conventionally grown, they have estrogen in them. The vegetables that you're eating, they're just conventionally grown. They're full of glyphosate, pesticides, insecticides, and herbicides. So learn the detox, okay? And one of the detoxes, stop eating at restaurants, save some money. Buy some good stuff at the store. I can buy grass-fed beef over in Hawaii for about $6 a pound for ground beef. And around here, it's about the same, okay, for organic, grass-fed beef. Can't afford steaks, whatever it is, get the hamburger meat. Get, like I said, let's say it's $7 a pound. I get 2 half-pound meals out of that to re-nourish my system. And if you're just doing vegetables, again, guys, remember, you can only go so far before you start getting more malnourished. Your body starts to, depending on how much storage it had before of vitamin A, D, E, K, creatine, creatinine, all these different types of micro minerals and things that are in our tissues. If you don't have enough in your body, okay, and you're eating at fast food places, because that's a restaurant, is that restaurant making you sick? Definitely. Is that real food? No, that's why a hamburger lasts a year, is because they put stuff in those things to be able to make them preserve. Remember, this is fast food. This is a business. You got to make moon eye, the one eye, right? Anyways, how many minutes we got here? 22 or so. Now I'm warmed up. Yeah, there's a lot to say, but there's, you know, not a lot to say too. You know, all I can, like I say, if you're overweight, guys, you have to snap out of the spell, okay? You have to snap out of the spell. Remember, that's a lot of chemical on your body. You think, what do you think that fat is? Do you think it's dead? It's alive. Anything in your body is alive, right? Yeah, you can have some minerals and some rocks and different things, right? But what is that fat? Could it be possible that that body fat that you have is a creature, and that creature eats a lot of garbage, eats a lot of glucose, okay? You're hungry all the time. Remember, are you hungry all the time? Why are you eating so much? Everybody I notice here in Southern California, everybody eats breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and everybody's bloody well chubby to obese. You can say fat, whatever you want to say. I don't see too many in shape people. Like I said, I'm 61 years old and I still got a set of abs. Okay, I'm just laughing. Why? It's because, guys, you have to maintain your car. You have to maintain, look, this property here. You have to cut the lawn. You have to water it. You have to do all these things, trim the trees, whatever it takes to be able to maintain things. And if you don't maintain your body after a while, if I don't maintain this house, then what do you think happens? It festers. Okay? Degeneration comes from anyone or anything that you have. If you don't do maintenance on it, I don't care what it is. You don't think you can wash your hair? What do you think would happen if you don't do a parasite protocol? And we've got lots again on Earth Root Academy. I'm just finishing coming up a video. It's going to be understanding parasites and using anti-parasitic medications for various types of microparasites and ones that you can see with your eyes. Those are called macroparasites. And everybody does have parasites. And where do you get them? You get them from a lot of crappy food. You get them just from maybe sweeping the garage with urine from the rat or from a cat. Okay, you got animals in the house. We'll go over spirochetes and effective treatments to be able to keep these little Satan's helpers. Wait until you see them swimming, okay? Anyways, most of the food that we buy, especially if it's all cooked, remember, you're going to get French fries. What are you going to get French fries cooked in? Tallow, like they should be? No, you're going to get them in a rancid, weird oil, okay? Who even knows? if it's not gutter oil. You know what gutter oil is? Look that up. Daphne did a good video on that one, Daphne Reloaded, on gutter oil. So you can see the sick, weird stuff they pull out of the sewer oil. And then they heat it up, reconstitute it, and sell it to people so they can fry their food in it. And they do this in more places than you could believe. Just like in your organic soil, right? Is that made from organic soil? Is it made from animals or is it made from humans? Is that human poop in your soil that you bought? If you haven't seen the video called Biosludge, that's a good one to give yourself a little eye opener a little bit. So read the labels on everything. So that's why, again, make your own food, because at least you know it's got some love going into that food. It's an art to be able to go ahead and actually eat one meal a day if you're overweight. It's so simple, okay? And then when you're cooking your food, don't sit there and nibble, okay? Remember, it's an honor to sit down and have food, because as you know, right now, at this time, there's millions and millions of people that don't have food like you do, okay? They don't have water like you do. They don't have air like you do, okay? They're not living in the Barbie and Ken doll communities that were designed beautifully, okay? Remember, the United States is the best prison on this place. There's good ones too. Remember, each of the countries, remember, they have their own boundaries, rules, laws. You have a passport because that's, well, if you have a passport, that's who owns you. Anyways, not to get off track. Make your own food. And, you know, like I said, a lot of people, they want to change, but for some odd reason, and this is why I talk about parasites, but for some odd reason, you know you should change, but you don't. Why is the question? Why? Why don't you want to change? Like I said, and I'm not saying this to be whatever. Guys, it's you. It's not me. I have to go ahead. Remember, they always say to kill the ego. No, the ego is to keep you in check. It's to make sure that you don't get 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds overweight. And if you do, your ego says, hey, you better go ahead and lose some of that cheese. Better, maybe if it's got critical thinking, it says, well, how did I get fat like this in the first place? Because maybe you ate all that crap. And maybe you have a high estrogen diet. And maybe your testosterone is way down here. And we've done videos on that, how to increase your testosterone. Don't just read about it. Don't just watch the videos that I do. Remember, like I said, I'm 61 years old, and if you keep some of your testosterone, you will regenerate. Okay? Better. No testosterone, not only do you feel empty as a male, and there's a lot of males that don't have that much testosterone. It's because of the foods you're eating. It's because of the beers that you're drinking, guys. And why would the beer go ahead and, well, we'll just say get you fat? Because it's full of estrogen. Okay, so if you're at least going to go ahead and have some type of like an ale, have yourself one of the apple ciders. They still go up to like 12%. Remember, estrogen is in a lot of things, okay? A lot of things, including your fragrances and everything. So like I said, going back to the restaurant thing, if you are going to a restaurant and it's any type of a fast food restaurant where you're going to order through a drive-through or whatever, everything on that menu is a piece of crap. And if you want to eat it once in a while, do an experiment and see how you feel. See how you poop the next day. See if your belly has a lot of bloating. See if you feel sluggish. See if you feel like all of a sudden taking a bloody nap after you ate that crap. Remember, it doesn't fall apart after a year, so you know something's in it that actually makes it so it doesn't want to mold up. Anyways, critical thinking is when you take action. And a lot of people, they are smart. They do believe, but critical thinking makes you ask questions. And, you know, part of what I like to do is make you think a little bit. Remember, I'm not here to tell you anything. I can tell you some of the things that maybe in my perspective I see, okay, with my real eyes a little different, and hear a little different with my real ears. Okay? I don't like to see people getting tricked. Trickery is a lot of what I see, right? If the system really wanted to take care of you, you know what it would do? It would make these pesticides outlawed. It would change a lot of the things that basically make us not look as much like parasites. Is because if you look at the human population, I mean, all we do is eat, shite, right? Watch television, talk on social media, and you do a lot of mind things, but you don't do too much physical, and you do live in a physical world. You do live in a physical world. So just sort of keep that in mind. And again, take your clothes off, look in the mirror, and give yourself a truthful inspection, and not to, degrade yourself. You're doing it by yourself, but it's actually just to be able to have the ego say, yeah, I need to change this, and how am I going to change that? Like I said, stop eating at restaurants, all of them. Save some money. Eat 1 meal a day if you're overweight, and if you're underweight, eat 2 meals a day. Okay, have a light, maybe lunch at about 2 o'clock or so. 3 eggs is a good snack, and maybe a 1/4 pound to 1/2 pound, or just a 1/4 pound of some type of grass-fed animal product to re-nourish yourself. Don't mix it with beans or potatoes or salads, and don't drink any water, okay, after you eat for about 1.5 hours to make sure all those proteins can go ahead and get broken down. So, like I said, it goes deep. It's not just the restaurants. The restaurants are just a piece of it. Remember, I run my life really pretty strict because I'm an experiment all the time. And I have to try a lot of things, to be able to see if they have any efficacy to them at all. If not, remember, most of the doctors, if they're giving out these drugs, they should go ahead and try every one of them. Try that Prozac. Try that Klonopin. Okay? Try all these things and see how they react to you, so you can see how that person's going to feel. Okay, so anyways, there's a lot of things that make us look sick and feel sick. So just real quick, I'm going to show you this here, but let me just take this off the rack here. I'm living in this place, and they use wireless, right? And so you can see I've got my acoustometer here, and I'll go ahead and do a video on this later, but I have to go ahead and I can't get anything direct. They don't have cable. There's no direct hookups, but I have a direct hookup on my keyboard. I have a direct hookup on my pad here. Okay, I have this pushed away from me, like here. I'm going to turn this on. This is an acoustometer. And you can see it said 666. It's going to check the 666. So if I was sitting here, you can see how this thing is barely working, because I got that thing, look, pushed away like over 3 feet. And I've got aluminum foil, not just one sheet. I've got like 5 sheets covering that poisonous Bluetooth that would be making this thing sing like crazy. I've got my cell phone, okay, in the back here, being covered. I cover this up like this. I'm sitting right here. So this is going to shield me. It still gets signal from behind, okay, but it's going to shield me. And like I said, I've got about 4 or 5 sheets of aluminum foil. Same with the Bluetooth. If I put the Bluetooth anywhere in the house, I make sure I use the foil. If not, okay, this is what you get. Massive, okay? And if I put this thing on, it's not even on. It's not even working, right? It's not making noise, but if I put it on with making noise, if I wrap that with aluminum, okay, goes way, 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 way down to nothing. So you can cut like 90% of all your emissions from you. And I have also aluminum underneath the computer because it also sends omnidirectionally. And like I said, I've got several sheets covering. Look at this toxic thing. Okay, watch when I take this away. Okay, so the meter right now, it's barely working. It's still going 150, but watch when I move this thing out of here. Jeez. This thing is massive. Okay, and if you have this on your lap, you can see that's massive. There's the signal right there, right in that corner. Maxes the unit out to 100 or 1,000, over 2,000, and then it goes down. Okay, but putting the aluminum foil over and covering this, like I said, I can cut down my transmissions, especially when I sit right here. Okay, I can cut my transmissions way, way down to hardly anything. But if you put that on your lap, guys, it's like going to restaurants. It's like taking showers in fluoride. It's like eating GMOs. These are assaults. Okay, putting a cell phone up to the side of your head, remember, it's a cell phone. It does manipulate cells. What do you think they call it a cell phone for? It's got nothing to do with a cell, right? Okay, guys, take care of yourself. And as always, you know, take action. Take action. And if you do take action, that means you have some form of critical thinking. And critical thinking definitely will change your life. And critical thinking, of course, is something that not too many people nowadays have. So this house has also I call it the underground. It's got a hole the size of the house underground too. Maybe we'll do a video in there and I'll show you the underground bunker. Okay, guys, we'll see you guys. And again, take action. Okay, if you don't do things, again, you're under the spell. It's because everything's at your fingertips to be able to even learn how to clean your skin, how to be able to just clean your ears once in a while, guys. Remember, it's your machine. This is your supercomputer. These are your eyes, right, that let you see things. And if you can't see, maybe some other people can see a little bit for you. Okay? Maybe you can't smell anymore. Maybe someone else can go ahead and smell the shite in the information, right? It's not just smelling things. It's consciousness. It's got all the senses trying to go ahead and figure out this place. So, anyways, we'll see you guys. Aloha. What do we got there? 30-something minutes. Anyways, all right. Aloha. Again, beautiful day in California. What a bubble. And none of these people are the wiser, right? You go 20 miles over the hill in San Fernando Valley, and it's like a war zone over that hill where those aerosols are being sprayed over there. It's like a war zone over there. Crazy. Okay, homeless people everywhere, just a lot of mental people, just not good. Okay, anyways, we'll see you guys. Aloha. Okay.